Yeah, just a quick guide to the 1/16 RC T55A kit by Hooben. Let's say a couple of tips. This is the suspension installed. You'll see the blobs of glue. Well, the reason for that is I've left one open here. You can see how little thread you've got actually in that nut. So I put a bit of Loctite on them, but I wasn't too happy with that on its own. So I put some blobs of glue on them just to make sure that they stay in. As you can see, it's quite a thin, very flimsy hull, so that's going to need reinforcement. But of course, if you're thinking of buying one of these kits and fancy the look, yeah, they're great looking things, but be prepared. There's a lot of detailed fiddly, and I mean fiddly, tiny little parts here. You look at this individual, you've got 4 of these, and each component is separate with these tiny little nuts and bolts and washers and springs. They go flying all over the place, so make sure you're in a fit state of mind before you approach it. And the way I had to do it was to break it up into sessions. This took me, of course, it was the first one that I did, so it was the longest session. Then I did the other 3 then the following day, but put some music on or something. You need to keep yourself as calm as possible. But there we are, that's those anyway. And then these other bits. Another particularly fiddly bit is, I don't know if you can see here, if we focus, there we are, just in there, you've got a set of springs, you've got this little cam arrangement here. Got to move back for. Yeah, this is the cam here. Now this leg has got a pin, has got a shaft, which goes through this part, goes through the body, then engages through the spring there, and engages with a flat inside this cam. So you've got a fiddle this little bit here to actually get it in. And while you're doing that, you can only do it once it's already connected up to these. So you've got another shaft there, which you've got to bend at this stage. Of course, it's fairly thin and flimsy, so you've got to make sure you don't snap it. So very, very carefully then. This hole in this section here, I had to drill that out again because it wasn't quite big enough. But again, your heart's in your mouth as you're bending this thing in there. Anyway, eventually it'll get in. And then the real fun part starts. Then you've got a circlip then. Can you see the circlip there? That installs on that shaft there. And then inside here, you've got another little spring clip which goes between this spring and the body and engages in a tiny groove on that shaft there. So, like I say, patience is the virtue, particularly with this kit. But I'm sure when it's all done, it'll be fine. But don't rush it. Make sure you got everything calmed down and you're in a nice, stable environment. Yeah. So, like I say, it's fairly flimsy here. So, I think with the original kit, full kit, you've got a plate here to put your gearbox on. I didn't get the full kit, so. I'm just modifying as I go through. You can buy a steel insert plate, I've seen them, but you're talking about 70 odd quid, I think. There's plus import taxes and postage and the rest of it. So I'll be putting a couple of sections of fairly thick, I don't know, UPVC or something in here to provide a base and to provide a bit of thickness to it. It's not too bad on the sides, but I suppose any reinforcement would be worthwhile. Because I've got metal tracks for this one as well, so that's going to be fun. But there you are, it's just a quick video just to give you an idea of what you're going to be faced with if you fancy one of these kits. But there we are. So that's my first stage of it. Maybe now as we go on through, I'll upload a few more. Anyway, all the best then. Ta-da.